Alright, so welcome to this live video. This is not a taped video, this is not a pre-recorded video, and this is certainly not an edited video of something which I'm accustomed to. What I've decided to do is some of you may have seen the video where I went out, well, I didn't go out, I bought a 16-inch MacBook Pro, and just for intents and purposes, I'll just show you. So this is the MacBook Pro, and it's a 16-inch space gray. I am using my Sony 4K Handycam to do the live stream, and I'm also using a Magewell 4K box over here to do the stream. You can't see it in the shot, but there's a black box to my left. Okay, so this is the MacBook, and I will plug it in just a moment. Just got to make sure this all gets into the shot. Now if I open it up like this, that's kind of how it looks. I'm sorry, I can't seem to get it all in the shot, so I'll do my best. Yeah, just like that. Okay. So I'll turn this on. All right. Oh, hi Kenneth. Yes, I just bought a MacBook. I bought it about 2 weeks ago, but it took a while to arrive. So I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy with this. So I'm going to shut this down actually and close the lid. Okay, so what I did was I went to the Mongkok Computer Center in Hong Kong, of course, and I bought a keyboard cover, and I also bought a plastic shell. This one has 10 years warranty apparently. So, yep, it's got a 10-year warranty right there. Okay, so what I will do, I will try and get this put in. So let's take, oh, there's a bit of sellotape here, so I need to get the tape off. So we'll try that. I could use a box cutter, but let's just try my bare fingers first. So we'll get this out. You're asking, is the Mac really big? It's not a big difference in size compared to the 15-inch MacBook. It's a little bigger, but it's not like really, really big. It's not a huge difference, maybe just, yeah, a small bit. Okay, so this is for the lid. And hang on a sec. Ah yes, there's the bottom bit. Right, have you got the 16-inch as well? Right, so that's the bottom bit. You can see the rubbery bits at the bottom. There's 4 of them, and that is at the bottom. And we've got some instructions as well to show us what we have to do. Right. Okay, so you'll have to excuse me. You can't see it very well, but my surroundings are quite tight because I'm in a pretty small room, and if I move in the wrong formation, I'm going to knock the camera over. So I'm in a very dense space. This is the situation with, if you live in a flat in Hong Kong, you're very likely to get a really small bedroom. Okay, without further ado, let's get this on. So now I've got a monitor on there. I don't want to hit the monitor by mistake, so let's just, all right, let's try and get this on. Oh yeah, this does seem a bit heavy. So if we could get this on. Oops. I actually don't like it when the MacBook turns on its own when you open the lid. I'd rather just turn it on myself. You know how like when you open it up and it automatically turns on. I'm not too fond of that. I don't know. Because I don't always want it on. I'm sure there's a way you can disable it, but I've never found out how to do it. Okay, so just want to make sure. Sorry, there's a bit of dirt and stuff on the MacBook, but it's fine. Just as long as I don't pick this up and the plastic shell or the casing doesn't fall off. So I think that might be okay. Might be okay actually. Oops. Right, let's just make sure. Okay. Right, I think that might be okay. Yeah, you see it's turning on. All right, and this part should go like this. Okay, so we'll just clip this on. Oh yes, also, oh yes, down here it's got to clip on. There we go. Yeah, it's got to latch on at the bottom. Otherwise it's going to start flapping off. I had this problem with my other MacBook, and I ended up breaking the shell on one of my old MacBooks, so I'm hoping not to do it again. All right, so there we go. That is the case. Right, that looks good. Very good. Right, let's just want to make sure it's secure. Okay. You can see the two USB Type 3 ports and 3.1 more like USB Type C actually, with the headphone jack and the 2 ports on one side and 2 ports on the other. So 4 in total. Sorry if the video is slightly out of focus. Right, and now we can plug up the power. I have a Logitech, we call this a Pebble Mouse. It's a really thin mouse, it's Bluetooth, and it works all right. It's quite lightweight, and it does the job. Okay, so let's open this up, just hoping we can get this into the shot. So, right, I do need to put the keyboard cover on, so if you just bear with me for a moment. This is what we are getting. So this is the Crystal Guard. I had to look around to find the shop that actually sells this, and it's about 30 Hong Kong dollars. 30 Hong Kong dollars for this cover. And what happens is, over time, the oils in your hand start wearing out the keyboard. So I like to have a keyboard cover to try and protect the physical keys as much as possible. And you can, over time, change the covers. If these covers get really damaged, you just throw them away and use another cover, much like a plastic shell or a case for your phone. Right, so there is the cover. Okay, remember, this is a live video. This is not a taped video or a pre-recorded or an edited video. I am doing this right now, all live. Okay, the escape key is a physical key. So the cover, there has to be an extra part on the corner to cover the escape key. Now let's see how that goes. Ooh, look at that. Some of these covers I've had problems with, because what happens is when I start typing, the cover just flies off for some reason. Okay, let's see. Ooh, that's quick. All right. So I spent the past day or so setting up this laptop, or this MacBook, and I've installed all kinds of apps on it. So I can zoom in a bit. I've got Creative Cloud, so for all my video editing stuff, I've got all my editing apps. I'm on the Wi-Fi. Okay, so I do have Photoshop, Illustrator, Acrobat, Premiere Pro. So I do a lot of Premiere Pro because I do videos quite often. And for those of you that haven't seen my other video, so we've got macOS Catalina, of course. The next version is Big Sur, 16-inch 2019, 64 gigabytes of DDR4 2667 megahertz memory. Oh yeah, and 8-core Intel Core i9, and that's quite remarkable. I did a benchmark test with this one and my old 15-inch MacBook, and the difference is night and day. This one is so much faster with 3D graphics and everything, and it has to be. If I go to graphics, I think, yeah, so in terms of what kind of 3D graphics card does it have, or what kind of 3D graphics capability, so we've got AMD Radeon Pro 5600M, and although this MacBook model came out in December 2019, The 5600M Radeon Pro only came out in June, so this is barely a month old. So this is a slight refresh that they've done of the top 16-inch MacBook Pro. And the main attraction of this MacBook is if I right-click and go to Get Info. Sorry, I'm zooming out and zooming in quite a bit. It's an 8 terabyte drive, so for people who like to do videos and so forth, this is a real must. The disadvantage, of course, is you have to spend a lot of money in order to get this. So don't get the 8 terabyte unless you really, really, really have to. One thing that's really great about having lots of storage on your computer, I think I can make the screen brighter. Okay. One great thing about having storage, more storage on your computer, is that you don't need to keep plugging in a hard drive. So I've got an external lacy drive right here, so you don't have to keep plugging in a drive. So everywhere you go, you don't need to have this in. Because what I find happens is whenever I'm editing or whenever I'm doing something, let's say this is plugged in. Let's just suppose that's plugged in and I'm doing my editing on my Adobe Premiere. What might happen is all my video files could be on this hard drive, right? My hand might accidentally hit the wire and it will cause the hard drive to disconnect, and then I mess up my project. And also this drive is slower than the internal storage on the MacBook. So if you can afford it, if you are really serious about your video editing and your photo editing, yes, do get the bigger storage, but only get what you can afford. And I'm really serious about that, because otherwise you will regret it. Okay, so just bear with me. I'm going to just pack up this hard drive. This is from my old computer, but I will be recycling this and using it for something else later. This is a 4 terabyte drive, mind you, but it's an old spindle drive, but in any case. All right, so the title of this video is MacBook Pro 16-inch Space Grade Cases, Covers, and Windows 10. So what's this Windows 10 all about? Okay, all right, just bear with me. My bag is on the other side of the room. I've got to reach over. So just bear with me. All right, it's been a while since I've installed Windows on a Mac. So just hang on a moment. All right, here is Windows, and I need to take it out of the... I'm doing this off camera, actually. Right, there is a product key, but because of privacy reasons, I'm not going to show this on camera for too long. Okay. All right. But I will turn it over like this. So inside the package, I'm going to have to get a box cutter, so just bear with me. I'll just see if I can find my box cutter. Right, okay, here we go. So there is a DVD, but it's been a while since I've used optical discs. I'm not actually going to use the optical disc per se. Microsoft just give it to you for the sake of it. You can buy Windows on a USB flash drive and it would work a lot better, but just for intents and purposes, I'll show you what's inside the package. So look, there is the DVD. All right, Windows 10 Pro, full version, 64-bit. Okay, right, so let's put... Because I can't actually insert it, I don't have an optical drive, so I do, but I'm not going to use it, so I'll just put that there just for now. All right, so how do we do it? Now, what we can do... Oops, excuse me. Oh, wait, hang on a sec. Sorry, this is a little app that I use on my Google Chrome. It's called History Eraser. So if you're logged in with multiple accounts, if you have a very extensive history, you can clear all your history. You can log out with a press of a button. It's really, really efficient. So this is History Eraser. I might just pull the MacBook slightly, just make sure it doesn't drop off the table. Okay. So all you have to do is you go to Google Chrome. If you search for Internet, oh, that feels good. If you search for Internet History Eraser, remember you've got to use Chrome because it is an extension for Chrome. And then you go to Add to Chrome, right there. And this is the History Eraser. It looks like the end of a pencil, a little rubber on the end of a pencil. So, and right, we can actually pin that to the top right corner. And then all you have to do is just hit this. Okay, and just press Run Eraser. And it automatically wipes your history, logs you out of everything. And it's very, very fast. And it's also very secure, especially if you're sharing this computer with multiple people. Oh, excuse me. If you're sharing this computer with multiple people in a school or whatever, then it's very, very useful. Okay, so, right, okay. Now, let's, okay, but what I'm going to do is, I have a choice. I can either get my DVD drive and try to install this, or I go onto the Microsoft website and I download the ISO image of this and install that with the key that's provided in the package, or in the packet, more like. Okay, so if I search for Windows 10 Pro full version OEM, it's been a while since I've done this actually. Download. Sorry, not OEM, download. Oh, do I have to say 60? I have to say 60. Sorry, 64-bit, my bad. Download. Have to be careful with these websites because I don't want to download it from the wrong site. You know, my history with all kinds of malware and stuff is very extensive. Okay, so you go to this website, because if you've got the product key or whatever, then that's all you need. You don't need the DVD. All right, so let's see, Windows 10. We're going to confirm. It says more download options. Okay, so we go to confirm. Right, and try and straighten this slightly. Okay, I'll just want to get this into the frame of the camera. So, product language. Okay, now the question is, do I use English or English International? I suppose what's the difference? All right, I'll just right, we'll try English, just the regular English. Okay, good. I'll just straighten this out a bit. Okay, good. I'm just going to put this to the left-hand side. Okay, we want the 64-bit download. Excuse me. All right, you can see down in the corner, it's now downloading the ISO image. Yeah, it's Windows 10, 2004, so that's the latest version of Windows 10 as far as I know. So that is correct. So we'll just have to wait a little bit, and once it finishes downloading, then we'll make a start with the Bootcamp. So just bear with us for a moment. Okay? I'll be back in a moment. All right, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, it's almost done. So I'm just... By the way, if you see this, this is a lapel mic, and it's connected to the Magewell box that connects the camcorder. So it's easier for me to record my voice. Just have to clip it on properly, so you can't see me doing it, but hold on a moment. Okay, it looks like it's done downloading. Right, so it's been a while since I've done this, so let's see what we can do now. If I go to download, it's right there, so that is the ISO image. So I suppose what I have to do is if I go to Bootcamp Assistant, right, so if you take a look at this, so just zoom in so you can see it better. So Bootcamp Assistant helps to install Microsoft Windows on an Intel-based Mac, such and such, such and such. Okay, so let's go and continue. Removing the cached iCloud files to make space for Bootcamp. Okay. All right, just got to give this some time. All right. Okay, let's see. To install Windows, please choose the Windows ISO file. Select the partition size, and yeah, it's automatically found the ISO file, which is great. Now I have to make a decision. What size do I want the Windows partition to be? So normally I go for something like maybe 1 terabyte or 1.5. You want to make sure that you have enough space for your Mac OS, because for me, I've got 2 accounts. One of them has a 3 terabyte Dropbox, the other one has a 2 terabyte Dropbox. So you want to make sure you pick the right size. Otherwise, it's very difficult to go back and change it without potentially having to reinstall everything. So you've got to make the right choice at the beginning. So yeah, so I can team it to the left or team it to the right. So yeah, I've got to think about this. I mean, this is the most space you can get on this MacBook. But also bear in mind, how much space do you have free as well? Okay, let me see. So let me just assume the 3 terabyte and the 2 terabyte Dropboxes haven't used all their space yet, but you still have to. So you need to reserve some free space just to be safe. So I'm kind of looking at 1.5 terabytes for the hard drive, or maybe I could go for 1.4, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, as it says, it cannot be adjusted once the partition is created, so we've got to make the wise decision. So, okay, I need to think. 1.4, I suppose that's good enough. Yeah. Yeah, all right, we'll give this a try. I think that'll do. All right, so we'll just, we'll let this go. I'll just zoom in a bit so you can see it on the camera, or on the video, the stream. I would like to add, while this is sorting out itself, I find that the speaker system on this MacBook is really, really amazing. I don't think I could do it justice in this live video because I'm using a lapel mic, but if I were to go to YouTube and play some music or just play a regular video or go to the music app, the music, it's almost like surround sound. The difference between this MacBook and my previous 2016 MacBook Pro is amazing. I really do like the speakers on this. I don't know if I can demonstrate it to you right now, but I just wanted to point out the speakers on this thing sound really good. So they have made considerable improvements with the sound, in my opinion. The touch bar is sticking out a little more, which is actually better than the 2016 one. The 2016 one, it was completely flat and it was aligned with the casing, the aluminium casing. And the button here for the power and the Touch ID is also, what's the word, protruding? It's coming out. I mean, it looks like a physical button, basically. It's actually coming out. Whereas with the old one, it was flat as well. It was just part of the touch bar. So they've really improved it. Although I can't say that I'm going to be using the touch bar often, other than just like say adjusting the brightness or adjusting the volume or turning it off completely. I haven't set up Siri yet, but there you go. All right, so this is slowly installing. Bootcamp has its advantages, the fact that you can have Windows 10 on your computer, but of course it's never going to be 100% guaranteed for everything to work, because I find that, let me just use my Touch ID, or can I do that? Hang on, okay, use my fingerprint. I find that sometimes with, it's rebooting, is it? I don't know if you guys have had a similar issue, but say some of the Bluetooth mice that I've used with Windows, for some reason it has problems connecting to Windows, or maybe I have to connect the Bluetooth mouse in a special way, or I have to use a different type of mouse. I'm not so sure, but when I use a proper Windows laptop, I have no problem. But with the Bootcamp, it's a little on and off. So if you really want the full Windows experience, I would say it's probably better just to get yourself a actual Windows laptop. Get yourself a proper Windows laptop. With the Mac, I mean, it works, and most of it's quite fine, but it's not 100% guaranteed. A lot of the stuff that you use on the Bootcamp Windows is dependent on the Apple drivers. If you don't have the drivers and stuff, then it's stuffed. Okay. All right, I think that's all right. Okay, activate Windows. All right. Oh, yes, there is a product key. Okay, now let me just... hang on a sec. I'm just trying to find the... All right, bear with me. Something I have to do. Sorry, Kenneth, I didn't see your messages. Hold on, Kenneth, just wait a sec. I'm just reading. Hold on. Do I restore my Mac with Time Machine? The answer is no, I don't use Time Machine. I have never used Time Machine ever. So I hope that answers your question. I've never used Time Machine ever. All right, sorry guys, I'm just getting the product key. I don't want to show the product key on the screen because of security purposes. So, all right, so can you just wait a moment? Okay, thank you. All right. Tell you what I'm going to do. I could just blank out the screen, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the MacBook out of the filming area, and I'm going to punch in the product key. So it's a 25 character product key. This will ensure that the Windows you install is the genuine version, the real version. Okay, hold on. All right, once you put in the proper product key, you get to that screen. If you don't get to that screen, then you've got a problem. So, all right. Okay, just wait. Oh no, I can't use that. I have to use the trackpad. Okay. All right, so it's now installing. It is now installing. Let's just get this back in the proper. Okay, good. In terms of what kind of specifications for this computer, oh sorry, in terms of the specifications for this computer, I have my other YouTube video. All the specs are in my other YouTube video, and if you want to watch that video, you can. I can put the link to that video in the live chat. I've just got to get the link. Okay, just wait a moment. All right, so if you take a look at this. Right, if you take a look at that video and you go to the 25th second of that video, you'll see all the specs. I'm not sure about the restore or setting up as in, I mean, this is basically a new Mac. I'm setting this up as a brand new Mac. I'm not restoring anything. So anything that's on my old Mac, I am not restoring on this Mac. So this is a brand new Mac. I am not doing any restore because I use Dropbox and iCloud and everything, so I don't need to restore. I just find it unnecessary because I find that with the restore, all the rubbish that was on the 15-inch MacBook will go to the 16-inch. I'd rather just have a fresh MacBook. I'd rather just start with a new MacBook. All right, it's loading up. So, yep, it's loading. Now, I'm actually going to use a different mouse. I'm not going to use the same mouse I use for macOS. I'm going to find another mouse. Say, for example, I've got this Microsoft mouse here. Maybe I'll try and connect it to Windows, but it's not guaranteed it's going to work. I can use a corded mouse. I can use a mouse with a wire, but I need to get the adapter to convert because it's a different USB. So I'll sort that out in a moment. Good question. Where is my old Mac? Did I throw it away? No, I didn't. No, I have the old Mac actually. Just wait a moment. I'm going to go get it actually. It's actually under the table. Right. This is the new Mac, right? And this is the old Mac. Right? The old Mac is here. Right, so this is the new Mac, and this is the old Mac. This is actually a keyboard cover. So you can see the difference with the touch bar, you see? It's turning on as well. You can see the touch bar. The escape key, there's no escape key. The escape key is part of the touch bar, whereas with this, the escape key has been put back. I actually like it better like this. Sorry, I have a light at the top. I've got to just... Sorry if it's a bit bright here, it's because I have a light above me. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. I will be cleaning up my old Mac later, once I get some time. Right now I'm just focusing on the new one. I spent a considerable amount of time. What happens if I turn the light off at the top? Yeah, that's actually, yeah, that's a bit better actually. We don't need that light. It looks fine like that. So I've just got to wait. All right, we'll put this mouse aside just for now. And all right, here we go. Let's start with the region. Is this right? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna put this mouse aside and just oh, no, we can't use the mouse anyway. Okay, forget it. All right, so it's asking us, where are we? Hong Kong SAR, good. Yeah, the touch bar is completely blank. There's nothing. Right, yep, it's a US keyboard. That's correct. Do you want to add a second keyboard? No, I don't. All right, I need to connect to my Wi-Fi. Okay, let's put the password. We're only using Wi-Fi because I don't have the Ethernet adapter, although it is faster. I don't have the adapter at home. This is the full version of Windows. Yes, that is absolutely correct. If you didn't see my previous video, I did make a point that the keyboard on this has improved since the previous keyboard. The 2016 keyboard for the MacBook was the butterfly mechanism, which didn't feel too good with your fingers. It felt really tacky and you didn't really know. It's just that the feeling was a bit awkward, but now I think they brought back the old keyboard, which feels so much better. And these two arrow keys are smaller, whereas with the butterfly one, they're a lot bigger, so I prefer this one. It feels so much more natural. Oh, I keep using, I'm gonna put that aside. Okay, set up for personal use. Yep, this is my MacBook, so it's for personal use. Okay, so now I'm going to sign in. Yep, okay. Okay, the password. Right, here we go. Create a pin. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I've got to be careful with these things because, you know. All right, just wait a moment. All right, let's put that back. Privacy settings. Yep, that's fine. I'll just go with it. What does that say? Do more across your devices, such and such. All right. Oh, I've got to be careful with this thing. All right. Do you want timeline? Right, I don't know what that is, but okay. Oh. Oh man, okay, let's just go next. Yep, that'll do. Yep. Okay, just wait for that. The reason why I don't use Time Machine is because all my important files are on Dropbox, so I don't need to use Time Machine. I would rather not use Time Machine because I have everything on Dropbox. There's no point. For me anyway, that's just my opinion. I'd rather just use Dropbox. Okay, let's just wait for this thing to set itself up. Right. Ooh, I heard sound. All right, okay, I think, let's just see, Bootcamp Installer. I think I'm supposed to do this myself, but okay. Oh, it's got the background. This is the background I use for my other MacBook. So it's brought it over from the old one. Oh, well done. All right, just give that some time, guys. Just give it some time. Yeah. Yeah, Dropbox is good, but if you want to have more space on Dropbox, you have to pay. But it's worth it. It's like a thousand something per year. It's really worth it. And I also have more space on iCloud as well, so for backing up photos and things automatically, it's really, really good. Like any apps that I can't put onto iCloud, I just reinstall. So if I have to wipe a computer or I use a different computer, I just reinstall the app. I just download it again and reinstall. I don't see any problem. It's not a problem. No, Dropbox is not for saving apps. Dropbox is for saving documents and photos and things like that. Dropbox is not for saving apps. It's a completely different application. Oh, look at this, all my desktop stuff. See all this desktop stuff from my other Windows MacBook Bootcamp, it's all there. Look at that, all these games and stuff which don't exist on this computer. That's the Microsoft OneDrive restoring all the desktop stuff. Anyway, let's restart. Yeah. Don't know if you can hear, but the fans are a little bit loud now, so the computer is processing a lot. I don't know if you can hear, but the fans are a bit loud, and it's a little bit hot at the top. It's a little bit hot. No, I don't restore from Dropbox. No. No, I don't. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. So, all right, as a matter of fact, we don't need, oh, look at that, look at that. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Hang on. Oh. There's a little 8-bit icon of me, but I can't seem to open it. Very strange. It's there, but it doesn't load. Ah, yes. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Oh, that is cool. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Oops. going to try and get that mouse to load up as well. No, the Bootcamp's not going to damage the computer. It won't. It's harmless. Alright, so there's the mouse. Whether or not this works, I don't know. If it doesn't work, I'll just use a mouse with a wire. So if we go down to the bottom, I don't know if you can see this from what you guys are looking at, but if I go to Bluetooth and go to show Bluetooth devices, okay, right now, if I try to make that as bright as possible. Sorry if you can't see the screen too well. If you try to bear with me. So I'm going to add a Bluetooth device, and it says what device, what do you want to add? You want to add a Bluetooth. Okay, so now I've got this mouse, and if I press the button, I'm supposed to hold the button until the blue light is flashing in a certain pattern. Bluetooth mouse 3600, it should be this one. And it looks like it's connected. Ah, okay. The question is, if I restart the computer, is it actually going to work, or do I have to reconnect it every time? Because Windows is a bit funny on the Mac. It's a funny beast. All right, hold on, let me just, sorry, it's a bit bright, but I thought maybe you could see the screen better. All right, so, okay, so right now, we've got Microsoft Edge, but this is the old version. That's the old Edge. That's the new Edge, but I don't use it though. But let's just update anyway. Okay, so we're not going to need that. Awesome. I am going to install Chrome on this. Oh, and also, I actually think we could just get rid of all these icons. I really don't think we need them. It's just such a mess. We don't need these either, so let's get rid of them. Right, now, if we want to have extra icons, for example, we want to see that computer icon or this PC's icon. So what I do is I go to System, wait, Control Panel, is it? I'm thinking about the old Windows. Let me see. Is it personalization? I'm looking for themes. You'll see in a moment what I'm looking for. Ah, is it this one? All right, let me see. Desktop icon settings, I think. Ah, yes, here we go. So I'm so used to the old Windows. So, for example, Computer, User File, Network, Control Panel. So all of these icons I want to see on the desktop. Just like that. Yeah, that's much better. That's much... Ooh. Yep, that's fine. That's much better. We're going to sort it by item type. Okay, let's empty the recycle bin. Oh, look, there's my background. Yeah, awesome. We're going to install Google Chrome as well. We will put that on. So we will put that on. Okay, let's get this Edge thing. And also, I'm interested to know what resolution are we using. Oh man, I'm totally not used to Windows 10. I feel like such a newbie. I've forgotten where everything's at. Okay, anyway, let's wait for this. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Right, let's get rid of that. If I go to this PC, right, you've got Bootcamp, yep, 1.23 terabytes. That's perfect. Okay, now, display settings, I think? Ah, yes. Ooh, wow, look at that. 3072 by 1920 resolution. Blimey. Oh, the displays. Oh, if you take a look, it says the display supports HDR. That's new. Radeon Pro Image Boost. Radeon Pro Settings has detected that one or more high DPI panels are connected to your system. DPI, I'm guessing that's dots per inch. Enabling Radeon Pro Image Boost, I don't know what that is, will increase your... I have no clue what that just said. Oh man, I have no idea what's going on. I really do not have a clue. Okay. All right, anyway. What if I go for, let's say let's have the font size or the text size 100%. Of course, that's going to be a lot smaller, but what if I decrease the resolution? Let's say 1920 by 1080. That doesn't fill the whole screen because you've got this black bar at the top and a black bar at the bottom. It doesn't make use of the whole screen. So if we try 1920 by 1200, so we have a 16 by 10 ratio. That looks better. That's kind of what we want. Can we go a little higher? What about 4? Oh gosh, what do we call it? What about 2K? Is it 2560? Yeah, it's a bit too small. Well, let's try. Yeah, that doesn't fill the whole screen either. I guess the 1920 by 1200 is good. So why don't we just keep it like that? We can change it later at a different date, different time. Okay. All right, let's go to Radeon Pro. Oh gosh, and there's like links everywhere. Applications, video. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just clicking on all the links just to see. I'm out of curiosity. I just want to see what this is. This is Windows 10 Professional. This is the Professional Edition, not the Home Edition. All right, 60 Hertz display, although I do wish it was a Pro Motion display, but I suppose in the future Macs they will come with a Pro Motion display. Who knows, maybe the Apple Silicon machine will have one. I don't know. But the one thing I don't like is when you're playing a 3D game and you get that horrible tearing of the screen. It's very noticeable. When you put a 60 Hertz screen and a 120 or 144 Hertz screen, you put them side by side. It's so noticeable because you get the, you know, when you're playing the game, when you're playing those 3D games and you're moving so fast and the screen starts tearing. You know, like the top bit starts tearing off the bottom bit and it looks horrible. I mean, some people get used to it, but for those people that are really into games, it's very, very noticeable. Okay, now I'm going to go to Chrome, chrome.com. Let's see, how long has this video gone on for? It's like nearly an hour. Oh, I bought the... I buy a lot of my software and stuff from Mongkok, the Mongkok Computer Center, sometimes Sham Shui Po. I used to go to Wan Chai quite a lot, but because I don't live on Hong Kong Island, I don't go to Wan Chai as much as I used to. All right, so let's install this thing. I'm not going to spend the entire video installing everything on Windows because we just won't have the time. The video will be too long. So I'm only doing the basic stuff. Just the very basic. Yeah, okay. So there's Chrome. Okay, that's good. Now we want, oops, excuse me, let's do that again. Right, we don't need this. That's the old Microsoft Edge, so let's get rid of that. All right, now let's go to, oh, let's put on that history eraser. This is the one, so we just add this one, and let's get rid of that. Hang on, have I done this right? Oh, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Hang on. Oh, it's supposed to appear there, but... Oh, it's okay. I'll sort this out later. It doesn't matter. Right, so now... Yeah, some people do bring up the point about can Mongkok or Shamshui Po have the fake one. First and foremost, I absolutely do not support people that buy the fake stuff because it is illegal. But in the shops, the authorities actually check the shops to make sure they are selling genuine licensed software. So you will not be able to go into a shop and buy something fake, because that shop can get in so much trouble. So the version that I've got I've got the real version. I have the real one. I did not get a fake one. I can't. It's not right. No, you have to get the real one. Otherwise, otherwise it won't work. Yeah, there's a shop in the Mongkok Computer Center where I bought it. You can buy it from loads of shops in Hong Kong. They've got loads of shops, or you can buy it online as well. So it's really your choice. Okay, now all right, I'm just going to download my Steam. All right, let's install Steam. I can only test a 3D game if I'm able to install a 3D game. If not, then I can't do it. All right, so English, yep, that's fine. Yep, it's good. Yep. Ooh, look at that, that's fast. Wow, look at that. So cool. I do have Portal. It's a classic game. I've got both games actually. Right. Oh, has it been installed? It seems to have installed, but hang about. Ah, yes, it's right there. Good. Ah, there we go. Right, so I'm going to log into my existing account. Okay, let's see. Uh-oh. All right, this is where I have to do the authentication to make sure that this is to make sure that someone doesn't steal my Steam account. I have to authenticate my login, so just wait a moment. Okay, okay, got it. All right, doesn't matter if you see that because it's going to be useless after this video. Okay, there we go. You'll be able to see some of my Steam games, although I can't show you all the games because I need to install them. But so these are some of the games that I have. Because this is a public video, I am not going to install like really violent games because that's not good. This is a public video, so I want to keep this as decent as possible. So, I guess some bits of Half-Life are okay. It's not perfect, but Portal's a bit better. Yeah. Serious Sam, it's kind of okay. So I'm not going to do Quake. I'm not going to do Doom. I'm not going to do Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter 5, yep, I'll do that for sure. Jedi Fallen Order, yeah, that's okay. And there's all these other games, but I'll do them later. So let's try. Well, let's install Portal 2. So that's now installing. So how long are we in the video? So it's just about an hour and a minute. Wow. Okay, so yeah, it's a pretty nippy download. So it's pretty fast. Look, 24.6 megabytes per second. Not bad. And that's on Wi-Fi as well. It's pretty good. Yeah. I do have some Lego games. I've got some of these are really old, like Marvel Superheroes. I've got Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens. There's going to be a new Lego Star Wars, I think, in October. It's called the Skywalker Saga, and it's going to be Episode 1 all the way to Episode 9. So from the Phantom Menace all the way to the Rise of Skywalker. And as far as I know, the next Lego Star Wars game is not just going to be, it's not just going to repeat the old Star Wars games and then just add The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. I think they're going to make a completely new Star Wars Lego game that encapsulates all the 9 movies. Yeah. I'm not sure. Are they going to do? What's it called? That Rogue One, is it? Are they going to cover Rogue One and the Han Solo movie? I don't know. I just assume it's going to be the 9 movies, but not the... But anyway. Okay, so just let that install. Oh, well, come to think of it, 7 gigabytes isn't really a lot these days for a game. Like some games I know are like 100 gigabytes. I mean, really, really huge games. This is nothing compared to the games you get now. And the first Portal game, which I haven't played for so many years. I've got some of the old classics as well. I've got the Team Fortress Classic. I've got the Counter-Strike games, and Counter-Strike Source, of course, and Deathmatch Classic. Elder Scrolls 5. Oh, that's such an amazing, amazing game. I haven't played it in 3 years, but it is a really good game. Face Rig. Fallout. Oh, Fallout 4 is good as well. Oh, Gary's mod is amazing. Like the kinds of things you can make with Gary's mod are just phenomenal. Alright, so let's just... I think Portal 2's done. Alright, what about Street Fighter 5? Let's see. So this is 36.73 gigabytes. Now let's just let's give Portal 2 a go. I mean, it's not a new game, so it should have no problems running on this computer. In fact, my 2016 MacBook, it had no problems. So this is not a 3D intensive game, really. Yeah, it's been around. This game's been around for so many years. Okay. One thing I will do, I need to set the resolution, because this resolution is horrible. Can we do 1920 by 1200? Oh, let's give it a try. Oh, that looks good. All right. So just increase the volume. I don't know if you can hear it because I'm using a microphone. So if we say single player, continue. Just want to test the graphics and stuff. So I'm not actually going to play the game too long. Alright, let's see. So WSAD. Yep, that's good. Right, hang on. Oh, I think we need to make it slightly brighter. Yeah. That's a little bit better, yeah.
It's all right. Everything's good. I just invented some more tests.
This is one of my tests.
Not entirely. Look at the word test there on the wall. That's brand new.
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, let's get out of this. Yep, that's fine. Let's quit. All right, I think we've got maybe time for one more game, and then we'll have to leave it. Okay. Yeah. I might just. I'm going to do this game actually. I haven't played this for so. Well, since the 2nd of January, but still. I never actually got to finish this game, so I'd like to try and finish it sometime. I'm not sure if I can share games. I don't know how to share the games. I don't know how to share the games. Sorry, I really don't know how to do it. If you really like the games, it's worth just buying the game. Because games like Lego Star Wars, the games that have been around for so many years, they're going to be cheaper. They're cheaper to buy now because they're older. So they have to be cheaper. Right, and while we're at it, I think I'm going to install more games later, but I'm not going to do it in this video because, like I said, it'll take too long. And this is a live video, everything's real time. There's no editing here. I don't know about that. I'll have to find out how it's done because right now I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it, so I'm not sure. I'll have to test it later. I can't do it now. I have to do it later. Oh, hello. Is that Fhikoa? Sorry, I can't pronounce that name, but welcome to the video. Yeah, we've been doing this video for over an hour now. I've just installed Windows 10 on my Bootcamp MacBook, 16-inch MacBook, which is brand new. So I am. Later, you'll be able to rewind the video, and you can watch what I did before. So yeah, you'll have a chance to watch what I did before. Okay, so right now I'm installing a couple of games on Steam. I'm not going to have time to do all the games. just installing some games. Right, so what's happening now? I don't know if you can hear, but the fan is getting a little loud. You can hear the tss, right? It does get a bit hot at the top, but it's pretty much the same thing with the old 15-inch MacBook. It's the same thing. Right, I think. Right, are we able to install other apps and things? Let me just see. Pin it to the taskbar. Okay. If we say I think what we need is I need a codec pack so I can install watch all the videos. Some videos you can't watch on Windows without installing additional apps or codecs. Yeah, when the computer is downloading these huge files, the fan does get loud, but it's something that this happens on all the MacBooks that I use. Nothing's really changed. It's the same for all the MacBooks. This doesn't come as a surprise to me. No, there's no game. It's downloading. It's downloading files to the computer. So there's no game running. I'm not playing any games at the moment, I'm just downloading. Yeah, see, right now we're downloading Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. Bought this game 3 years ago. I've had it for a while, but I've never finished it. I've never finished the game. And keep in mind, this is not Mac OS, this is Windows 10. This is the Bootcamp Windows 10. Oh yes, and for antivirus, I will put an antivirus app on this computer, but I will do it later. I do have antivirus software, but I will do it later. I should have Norton somewhere, but I will find it later. Let's just have a look. Alright, this is almost done, and once that's done, it's going to go to Street Fighter V. We installed Portal 2 at the beginning, and we have configured the hard drive. It's about 1.4 terabyte. So 8 terabytes, and we've used 1.4 terabytes for the Windows. Right, so... Oh, what happened to the icons? Oh dear. That's okay. Once we restart, we'll restart the computer, and the icons will fix. don't think we need that. Okay, let's see. Which video acceleration type would I like to use? CPU, QVID. I don't know what that is. We'll use CPU. Yep, we want to enable. All right, we'll just. Right, just give that some time, I think. Man, this thing is really. Ooh, I'll tell you, it does get really hot at the top, so be careful when you put your finger there. It will get really hot. I'm always afraid that this is... Oh, careful. Sorry, I knocked the camera by mistake. My mistake. Hang on. Ooh, I forgot there's a tripod here. So, let me just get it back into position. Okay. It says some settings. Sorry, I'm just. Okay. Right, good. Good. Right, what does it say? Would you like to view the file association guide? No, I don't need that. Right, yeah, notice that the spacing of the icons is messed up, but once I restart it will fix itself. So now we're installing Street Fighter V. Okay, I'm just having a look at the live chat just while this is installing the last game. You're also looking to buy the MacBook Pro, but you see there are so much problems with overheating, fan noise issue when connecting to external monitor, and doing light stuff, the fans are going crazy. Well, I find in the case of the fans, I don't know, overheating is only a problem if it causes the computer to malfunction, but it doesn't seem to be the case from my experience. It's also an issue if you are really irritated by the sound. It can be an issue for you, but I'm so used to it, I'm not bothered. I am not bothered by the sound. You can buy apps that can lower the fan speed, but you can also risk some malfunction as well. So I would say most likely let the fans do its business, because there's a purpose for those. There's a reason why you've got the fans in that computer. Even though there is a bit of sound, you do get used to it, like I said. As far as the external monitor, I can't show you in this video. Maybe in another video in the future I might be able to show you, but I'll need to get the adapter for either the HDMI or the DisplayPort. I have tried connecting this to a TV and I've had no problems. There hasn't been any issue whatsoever with the fan going really loud. I would assume it's the same thing if you connect it to a monitor. So far I've had no problems connecting this to an external display. So if there have been some reports about individuals that have, messed up their computer, or the fan is really loud, I'll have to look into it, because right now I'm not so sure. I'll have to experiment a bit more later. Okay, I'm just checking my YouTube stream, so just bear with me. Right now, today, we don't have too many people watching the live video, but that's fine. They can watch it later. No problem. All right. I do have to say about this computer, although I can't really show you now, I find that the speakers are a lot better on this computer than the old MacBooks. It's a little more surround sound compared to the old MacBook. And I've mentioned this a few times, but the sound is noticeably better than the old MacBook. Or at least the one I used to use before. Alright, so you can't see this very well, but it does say 64 gigabytes. If I get the magnifying glass, you see. Right, here we go. So if we get the magnifier, you can see the specs a bit better. So we got Intel Core i9 9800HK CPU, 2.4 gigahertz, 64 gigabytes of RAM, and we do have other options as well. So let's go to the device manager. And remember, this is from Windows 10, this is not from Mac OS, because we are using the Bootcamp for the games. Alright, so you can see. Alright, I'm just having a look at the live chat as well. What do you think is better to do? Build a PC with 10,900K? Yeah. What's 10,900K? What, you're talking about money? Is that money, or is that a special card or something? Like, what does that mean? What is 10,900K? In any case, M1 or... you've lost me, man. I really don't know. I don't know what that is. I've been using Macs for so long, I've forgotten a lot. Buy a maxed out 16-inch Pro MacBook. Oh, I see. So do you pick one, or do you pick number one, or do you pick number two? I'll have to find out what that is, because right now I don't have a clue. It's a CPU. Okay. Oh, right. Oh, it is a CPU. Yes, yes. You are right, actually. Actually, I tell you what. I want to try something with my live stream, so just bear with me. Just bear with me for a moment. Right, I'm going to add another window. Yes, it's an Intel CPU. I just checked just now, and you are absolutely correct. Right, just wait a moment. Right, okay, do you see that? Right, if you see that, you'll notice that I have, do you see the window? So this is the CPU that you're talking about. We could probably make it a bit smaller. Just like that. Okay, so this is what you're talking about. This one. Yes, okay. Alright, so I need to read up about it. So you're asking me, would it be better to just buy this CPU? Okay. Oh, this is 10th generation, and the CPU that I have on the MacBook is 9th generation. I guess it really depends how much money do you have. I think if you're really, really into games, if you're heavily into the games, it might be better not to get a MacBook Pro, because I think it would be more expensive, and you can use the same amount of money and build something better for cheaper if it's a desktop. So most likely, if you are really heavily into the games, better to just get a desktop. Just build it yourself. And you can customize it, I just think it's better. I mean, that's what I would do. But I'm not into games as much as I used to be. So, I mean, 10 years ago, I probably would have just said, I don't want a MacBook. I'm just going to go and buy a, desktop with Windows, and then I'm going to just buy all the best stuff, you know. So in your case, maybe get a desktop. Only get the MacBook if you have the money, but most likely desktop might be better for you. So, sorry, just wait a second. All right, so this is the Apple website. If you look on the top right corner, see this one here? You look in the corner. Oh yes, at the same time, what I'm going to do, on the computer, I'm going to just, I want to keep track on the apps I'm downloading on Steam. So right now we've got Street Fighter 5. Okay, so right there. So now if we take a look at this, if we go to Mac, don't know if you can see that, but can we do it like this? Oh, that's too big. Hang on, I just need to resize this. Why do I buy the maxed out MacBook? Well, it's worth a lot. I do think that with the maxed out MacBook, you do get a lot for the money. Although some people are not willing to spend so much money on the 8TB storage, but I do find it to be very, very useful. Very useful. Right, anyway, so now keep in mind this is the Hong Kong website, so the prices will look slightly different if you're used to US prices. So this one is supposed to be newer than that one, but in any case, if I just press that. Oh, Flight Simulator. Oh my gosh, I haven't played that for so many years. That'd be such a great game to play. Yeah. But also, you need to ask yourself, do you need to have a computer that you can carry around wherever you like? Because if you can't do that with a desktop. If you want a computer that you can carry around and you can play your games and everything anywhere you want to in the world, then you get yourself a portable MacBook or a Windows laptop or whatever with 3D graphics. All right, so what I did was I went to the shop in Hong Kong and I said, look, I want to get the maxed out MacBook. So we went to the website in the shop and I said, okay, I want the 16-inch. You can have a choice of two colors. You've got space gray or silver. So remember, we're looking at the one on the right-hand side. So the one with the 8-core processor. See that one? Right, so we said space gray or silver. So I said, let's go for space gray. So it comes with all these specifications, minimum. You start with a base model of 21,999. So you're looking at, I don't know, if you divide by 7 or divide by 8, that's the US equivalent. Right, so right, yeah, so you can see, yeah, of course you max it out like that. So you max out your options. This is quite a leap compared to this previous one, and this was only added last month. So this, sorry, you can't see my mouse pointer, but the AMD Radeon 5600M is something brand new that only came out last month apparently. The 8TB storage, yeah, it's quite a bit, and I don't need Final Cut, I don't need Logic Pro because I don't use them anyway. This is everything except there's no Apple Care Plus. So if you want the extra warranty, you've got to put on some extra money, but you have to do that after you buy the computer because you need the serial number to register the extended warranty. So yeah, there you go. All right, so I'm going to take off this window. Okay, let's get rid of that. All right, so just going to run it and see. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so this is what's going to go down. I'm going to just run this game real quick, and then I'm going to stop the video, because I do need to take a break. So for those of you that have watched the video, or are watching the video, thank you so much for all your support. There are some fans, but the fans are getting quieter. You might be thinking about, I've got some air conditioning in the room, so if I turn it off, it might fix the problem, but I don't know yet. Okay, but we shall see. Okay. So I've just got to. Oh.
If you keep loafing around, I understand that, Master.
I'm not used to Street Fighter V without a joystick.
Looks like you any settings. Oh, yes, that essence of the fist is the core of fighting, right? Sure thing. Let's get to it. What's wrong? Come over here.
Alright, let's see.
Hadouken! Hadouken! Let's see you try and dodge this one. Hadouken! Hadouken!
Alright, I think that's. Sorry, I'm not familiar with these keys. Oh, the cover's come off. Let me just put that back. Actually, yeah, I don't recommend people quitting the apps like that, but I just want something quick. All right. Okay, that is pretty much Windows. I am going to tell you what. Let me just. I think we can restart. We'll restart this. See if we can sign back into Windows, and then I'm going to put this back into Mac OS. And then we'll finish the video there. So let's just wait. All right, okay. Whoops, excuse me. I'm so bad at this. There we go. Way, look at that. All the apps are fixed. The mouse works. All right, so if we want to, we can right click and we can restart in Mac OS. And this will restart in Mac OS. All right, so let's just, we'll just wait for that. Okay, oh, there we go. Now we're back. All right, I think, guys, I think we're going to end the video there. So I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to do this formally. Okay, and that has shut down. We're going to close the lid. Just move that slightly there and just put the mice on the top. All right, so guys, thank you so much for watching this video. We now have Windows 10 and, well, we've put the plastic shell, we've put the keyboard cover and Windows 10 and a couple of games on the machine. We've also got the 2 mice installed, and that is it. That is everything. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again very soon. And take care and goodbye.